Welcome to your first step into digital music creation. In this lesson, we'll explore the Digital Audio Workstation, or DAW. DAW is a general name for music production software that lets you record, create, and shape sound into finished arrangements. For this course, we'll be using a cloud-based DAW, which means you can access your music projects from almost any device with an internet connection. The DAW brings together everything you need for music production: recording live sound, crafting beats and melodies with virtual instruments, and enhancing your music with professional effects. The world of music production software is vast, but all DAWs share the same core features and workflows. Once you understand these fundamentals, you'll be able to work confidently in any digital music environment. This will be your entry point to the world of music creators. Let's open a new project. Hit the escape key to ignore this welcome menu for now. Let's start fresh. When you open a project, you'll see the timeline. This is where you'll bring all your musical ideas to life by arranging them into a complete composition. Let's drag and drop some loops into the timeline just to get a feel for it. Tap the BandLab Sounds tab. Here you can browse sounds from the built-in library of BandLab. There are a lot of sounds, so you can filter them in different ways. Let's look for loops and then keyboards. You can audition each loop with the play button next to it. Choose one and drag it to the beginning of the timeline. You might get asked to set the project key. Just choose Set. Let's also set the cycle markers to the start and end of our loop. This will activate looping a specific section of the timeline. And hit play. The musical timeline dances to one essential parameter: the tempo, measured in beats per minute or BPM. This defines the pace at which your music plays and can be adjusted at any point. If you zoom in, you'll see the timeline is divided into bars, each containing 4 beats, creating a rhythmic foundation. Within each bar, a musical grid further divides these beats into smaller units, giving you precise reference points to place your musical elements exactly where they need to be, all synchronized perfectly with your chosen tempo. Let's take 30 more seconds to look over the interface and catch up with some things we intentionally overlooked. This right here is called the transport section and contains essential playback controls. You can use either the on-screen buttons or keyboard shortcuts, record or the R key, play, or the spacebar. This button returns the playhead to the beginning of the timeline. You can also hit the enter key, and this is the cycle button. It toggles looping on and off for a specific region of the timeline. Next to it, you'll find the time display showing either elapsed time, or more useful for us, the bars and beats display, letting you know the position of your playhead. On top of it, you can see the project name. Since you didn't name it yet, let's give it a name. This button will activate the metronome. This will play a click sound that will help you listen to the BPM in action. These buttons let you undo and redo for your last actions. To understand how this all comes together in practice, let's dive into our first hands-on session: programming drum beats using step sequencing, a method inspired by classic hardware drum machines that shape the sound of modern music.